Welcome back, everyone. Bewdu here. I'm just going to bring up 12 different tips that'll help anyone who's getting into New World this next week. Tip number 1. Wasting time in the tutorial is not needed. You can actually skip this by going into your settings and hitting skip tutorial. It will take you to the beginning island where you can begin the adventure and not have to worry about all of the wasted time in that beginning tutorial. The second tip I have for you is do not rush to your friends at the start. Take your time to go through the main story quests till you meet up with your friends at a certain point of the story quest, and then from there on, you can adventure together. If you choose to go up to your friends and later on you guys start doing the story quests, you are going to be separated and have to go back to where you started in the first place. So just make sure to do the main story quests, and then from there, you can join your friends at any time you want. Tip number 3 is always use your camp. It can be helpful in many different situations. If you run a far distance and you get into a boss mob fight and you happen to die, you'd rather spawn a couple yards away than 500 yards away. So definitely do this, especially if you're PvPing and you go over to one of the open world keeps. You can actually set up a camp outside along the perimeter, so you can get up to 3 spawns before it sends you back to the closest town to that location. Tip number 4, arguably the most important. You can always have food and water. This will help you recover from a fight if you aren't using a life staff. This will help you during a fight if you can run around. You can get unlimited water by just walking up to a stream and picking up water. And there are some low-level foods that do not require many materials to make and can be done really quickly within the first probably 20 minutes of the game. Do not get dehydrated, guys. Tip number 5 here is an opinion, but most people agree there are some town board quests that you will want to delete or skip. So you will pick them up and you'll drop them right away. Some of these will entail you to do some type of killing or a gathering of items that take way too long, and you may as well complete the other ones that are a little bit easier within the time limit of the refresh of the time boards. So keep in mind to not have to do all of them, but make sure to pick them up and drop them so they refresh to something new. Tip number 6. Do not try to level a bunch of different weapons at the very start. As you level up, you want to stick to the least amount as possible so that you can get the experience, so you can gather up the passives and the ultimates within the trees of the weapons. If you keep splitting up and trying different weapons, you're only going to get 5 skill points in each weapon, and you will not be able to do as much damage as other people, and it will hinder your progression through the game. Tip number 7, save your coin. Once you finish doing your questing, your coin gain is going to reduce, and you will need to find other ways of making coin. Tip number 8, do not decon on-trait items. Try to sell them cheap on the auction house for the first week or 2. People will be in a hurry to purchase items that fit their characters, fit the weapon types they're doing, so they won't wait to get armor or get weapons. They will just purchase them cheap very quickly. Tip number 9, the marketplace should not be undercut by huge numbers. If you're selling something that everyone else is selling, let's say it's for 5 coin, sell it for 4 coin 99. Don't just throw something in where everyone else is selling it for 5 coin at 2 coin. It's not going to make it sell faster. It's just going to make the price plummet more, and it just doesn't help anyone. Tip number 10, do not skip resources on the way to quests. It is okay to skip regular trees and boulders and flint and bushes, but when you run across petal cap or hemp, or if you see a buffalo on the ground, skin it. Gather those materials. On the way back to your town, you can drop it all off, and you have those for the later time. You also get a EXP from those sources. Every time you level up a resource gain skill, you're going to get a bonus set of XP, which is pretty decent. Tip number 11, PvP soloing while leveling is not very good. If you're out there by yourself, flag for PvP, a Zerg's just going to come and run you over. You're going to fail your PvP mission. In my opinion, you should take the PvP faction quests that are PvE oriented, stay unflagged, and do all those quests. Tip number 12, maybe a little bit more common sense, but some people I see wear the shield even if they don't use it. So do not equip a shield unless you are doing sword and board. It adds to your weight and could take you from a medium armor build to a heavy armor build. Remove that shield if you're not using it, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be live streaming when New World comes live. That's twitch.tv/Bewdu. And I'm on Twitter as well, twitter.com/BewduBruh, BRUH. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.